Greetings, everyone. What's going on? How's everybody doing today? It should be a fun one this afternoon. I am so excited about this. Hopefully, we get some really cool announcements. I am expecting great things, and I know many of you are as well. Who guessed right? Who actually predicted where Owlcat is going to go? I am looking forward to getting the official answer, but no matter what it is, I'm sure it's something I'm going to be playing for quite some time. Owlcat has not let me down yet. Let me go ahead, pull this up and see who's in. Star, what's up, man? Whoa, it's 7:40 a.m. where you're at? Damn, I appreciate you checking in with me so early, dude. Cheese, Bio, Apostle, Devious, Outmine, iCarrier, Jacob, Cyrus, Felix, what's going on, everybody? Happy to see all of you. I know we're excited. It should be a great day. Hopefully they announce something really cool. Let me go ahead and get this pulled up so we'll be ready when the fireworks start. Let's, where is this? Okay, FGS is what it is, I assume. All right, let's go ahead, share my screen so we're looking at the same festivities. And then go ahead and pull this up. Oh, let me go ahead and put on my headphones as well. And then let's also make sure the sound and everything is okay early. So last time, what is Lancer, Devious? I've never heard of Lancer before. Still dry. Have I wanted Naruto? I love Naruto, but I've never seen a game based in Naruto that I felt like was really cool. What's up, Tranger? What's up, Lennon? What's up, James? Owlcat announces Obsidian is working on Pillars 3. If Obsidian is working on Pillars 3, that'll probably be announced during the Xbox showcase tomorrow. What's up, Billy? How are you, man? 1 second. There we go. All right, and let's make sure, yeah. So when the show starts, I'll just have to pump the volume all the way up. Oh, cool. Beezer, Daquanicus, Zach, Sam, what's going on? What's going on, Mamba? How are you? Playing Wrath of the Righteous right now, get in the right mood. Hey, that's a good idea. Absolutely. What's up, mister? How are you? Any guys know what the IP is? What's up, Patrick? I actually did a video on that a couple of days ago. So the overwhelming consensus for most of the fandom seems to be it's either going to be the Expanse, Starship Troopers, or Stargate. Out of those three, I personally think it would be the Expanse. But to be honest with you, I have no clue what direction they're going to go in. All of them have like pros and cons. Billy, appreciate you following me over on Twitch, man. What's up, Finellis? How are you? Motivated Dad, what's good, dude? Lancer is Mech Warriors, but more anime. Ooh, that does sound interesting. Threed, what's up, man? Chapon, I'm excited as well. This should be really cool. What's up, Baras? You doubt we get Pillars 3? I don't. I feel like Obsidian is probably working on Fallout New Vegas, and then they're going to do Pillars 3 next. But the game that I don't feel like we're going to get a sequel for, unfortunately, it hurts my soul because I loved it, Tyranny. Outmine mentioned Tyranny 2. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get Tyranny 2. There's just not a big enough demand for it. But I would love to see it. I would definitely support it. What up, Rage? How are you, man? Wine Guide, what's up, dude? You tuning in from work? Hey, I know that life, man. I appreciate it. Oh, speaking of work, hey, I told many of you that I was on the verge of being laid off. Believe it or not, this has never happened to me before. Never. My job reversed their decision and they gave me an extension. So I don't believe that like I'm fully back to being like an employee, but as in like I'm not like there's a time limit on it. Essentially, I think they want to bring me back for like 6 to 9 months. Here's what I think happened. I'm in a job where I'm on call, right? And of course, if I'm not there, that means somebody else has to be on call. I don't think they counted that. I don't think they thought that through, and they came to the conclusion, oh, whoops, we need to figure out who's going to cover his stuff before we let him go, so we better keep him around until then. So yeah, it works for me. It gives me 6 to 9 more months. This is really a bad time to be looking for a job right now, so that actually works for me. Wait 6, 9 more months, and then I would get severance at the end, so I got basically a whole nother year to get my stuff together, maybe even get my channel right to the point that I can be independent on my own. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, I am blessed. I am blessed. I appreciate it. Got to just keep on keeping on. So thank you for all of you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Uno reverse card for sure. What's up, D? What should I jump into next in your opinion? Cyberpunk or Rogue Trader? Me personally, I'm a CRPG guy. I would personally say Rogue Trader, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat who would also say Cyberpunk. At the end of the day, they're both fantastic titles. I played Cyberpunk when it first came out, and it was a cool experience, but it was obviously very buggy, had a lot of issues, and a lot of the systems kind of didn't work. Whereas now it's a much different game, and my understanding is all of that has been smoothed over, but I haven't played the newest version, so I can't comment on my for myself. So you can look at the chat though. Seems like a lot of people are calling out Rogue Trader, but there's a couple of Cyberpunks as well. You're not gonna go wrong either way. Either way, it's just a great experience, bro. Great experience. So go ahead and jump into it. What's up, Phantom? How are you, dude? Hope it works out for you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Just walked away from chef and exploring my options with the support of my partner. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Hey, there's nothing better than having a partner who supports you when you're really, really down. Like, not knowing where your money is going to come from is one of the lowest points you can get to. That's a very scary time. And having a partner who says, hey, I'm with you, it's okay, we're going to be all right, you know, like, that means everything. And luckily, I got a wife who, honestly, I was laid off like shortly after I proposed to her, you know? So think of it from her side. You know, she's supposed to be entering to this new phase of her life with this man who has a very good job and is going to be able to take care of her if need be, but she's also got her own job. So definitely they should be living high on the hog and everything's good. And then turns out I've lost my job. You know, I'd only get service for a couple of months. And then I was actually in a really bad headspace for a while after that layoff. So I didn't even go straight back into IT. I had a friend who owned a production studio. So I ended up doing like some crazy other things for a while. I was puppeteering for a while. I acted in a couple of things. Like, I was doing stuff totally separate from IT and was not being paid at all. And yet, through it all, my wife is like, this seems crazy to me. This seems stupid. You're not getting any money, but I'm gonna support you because I know you kind of need this. And I worked through that, and I promised her, look, I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again. From now on, if I make a move, you know, I've always kind of wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to be able to do my own thing. But I told her, if I ever make that move, we will do it together, and I'll be sure that I have my ducks in line in a row. This is the last time where you ever have to deal with, you know, me just not making no money. And I've stuck to that. As much as I love my channel, as much as I would love to go all in on it, I'm like, no, I'm going to continue working, because until this channel replaces my income, I'm never going to put you again in a situation where you feel like you got this deadbeat on your side. I was not bringing in anybody. Oh, man. No, I'm not a doctor static, but I work at IT. I make very good money. I make very good money. You know, it's money definitely good enough to keep a roof over the head, take vacations, multiple vacations per year, and take care of the kid. Like, you know, it's definitely a big deal when I don't have income coming in. What's up, history teacher? How are you? For those who don't know, Samikins is my wife, and apparently she's decided to jump in the chat. You know, usually she's not in the chat, but it's like she has radar and knows when she's being mentioned and decides she wants to pop in and start talking trash. I appreciate you, beautiful. I do appreciate you. Black Fist, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Great stream. Hey, I appreciate you. Glad you could chime in, man. Hope you're doing well. My respect for the change in mindset. Always got to be able to change your mindset, man. Slanders finding himself face sounds wild. You know what the problem is? When that layoff happened, it was from a company who I was young enough to believe it when they tell you we're family, we're always going to be together, we're always going to stand next to each other, all that kind of stuff, right? So even before I got laid off, there was a lot of disrespect, you know, and so being laid off was honestly like the cherry on top, but it was really world altering for me. Like I really was in the mindset, we're all family, we're all gonna ride or die, et cetera, et cetera. And so to find out, no, that's really not the case. That's not how corporate America works. And you've essentially been duped, all that kind of stuff really hurt me. Really, really hurt me and really put me in a mindset where I was like, I really never wanna come back to corporate America. I don't ever want to put myself in this position again. And so that's kind of what went through my head, where it's like, my friend had this production studio. I'm like, hey, I could do something completely different. I could go off into the arts, you know, and I could act and I could puppeteer and I could do all these crazy different artistic things where I can express my creativity. And I don't have to worry about all the nonsense and the politics and the things that I've had to deal with that have brought me to this really, really low point. And all of that together was very appealing to me, even if there was no money at first. I'm like, I can work and get to the point where I will make money at it, you know? And so all of that together, it was kind of like a perfect storm of making me decide, let's go in a completely different direction. But obviously that did not work out well at all. Even in the arts, there's it's still a business. It's still a business, right? And I was again too naive to realize that the friend that I was dealing with had no business sense, right? And wasn't handling the business properly. So I kind of got myself in the exact same situation, but just in a different way. And that's what really also helped to convince me there's no escape. All the things that you don't like about corporate America, all the things that you don't like about being in those type of situations, you're really going to be in that no matter what type of business related situation you're in. So you've got to learn to deal. You've got to learn to deal with the politics. You've got to learn to deal with the frustrations. You've got to learn to deal with all of these interpersonal relationships that you have to have in order to be able to succeed. And so once I really came to that understanding and just accepted it, you know, I've been fine ever since. Everything else I deal with now, I just deal with it and go on. It's okay. It's okay. What do you mean? What is the source stream for this, Fadu? My law firm says we're family. The minute I stop making my family money, I'll be looking for another firm. Exactly, Mace. Exactly. What's up, Rockley? What's up, JV? I mean, academia sucks too, but in a different way. Yep, it's all just different shades of the same thing. What's up, Silverbird? How are you? Bro, sounds like when I did fine dining, I was so wrong. It's all the same thing. Kyle, this is absolutely the big event. You know it. Owlcat will be announcing their brand new, fully cinematic, fully voice acted sci-fi extravaganza. According to them, from what I recall of them saying about this, it is still going to be a CRPG, and it's still going to have all the hallmarks that we have come to expect from Owlcat games. So it should be something right up my alley. I'm really looking forward to this announcement. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. What do you specialize in for IT? I just got my first IT job. So back during the time that I'm talking about, I was more so system support. So I was actually the guy who got sent, like the company I was working for had contracts with a bunch of different companies in downtown Chicago. And I was responsible for going to these businesses and kind of assessing their systems and helping them with like low-level service support and things of that nature. But I was never the guy who could like architect their whole system. Those were other people that I would then help to ensure that everything remains steady. What I do now is actually more so communications. So my specific title is Disruptions Communications Manager. So I'm basically responsible for if there's any issue that impacts associates' abilities to take calls, like the billing system is unavailable, servers are unavailable, things of that nature. I'm responsible for assessing the situation, escalating it if need be, and then I communicate it to the entire enterprise, right? And And so this requires you, I'm not the person usually who has to do the troubleshooting, but I have to understand all of these issues. And more importantly, I have to understand exactly how it impacts the business. Like I have to understand if the billing system is down, this is what these people do, and this is how the business pivots. So it sounds like you're just getting into IT. Understand IT has a lot of different sectors that takes advantage of a lot of different skill sets. I pride myself, surprise, surprise, on being a communicator. That's what I love the most. So a lot of people, when they think of IT, they think of the person all the way in the back who never talks to anybody, who's completely closed off. That's not me at all. I never wanted that to be my life. So I'm the IT guy who talks to everybody. When people want to know what's going on, why is it this taken care of, how is it being taken care of, what was the root cause, all those types of things, they come to me, and I'm the person who tries to explain it after an issue has occurred, during an issue when everybody's hair is on fire and they're very frustrated and trying to figure out what's going on. I'm a person who steps in and kind of calms those waters, all that kind of stuff, right? So I'm a very outgoing, extroverted type of person, and yet I still fit in perfectly with IT. So you have to figure out what type of personality are you, what is your skill set, and then find the lane in IT that is going to help you harness that and be able to make a good living. Chicago's still making jobs, you know it. EH, what's up, man? Owlcat will definitely be in this show. Afro, you are a systems administrator? Yep, that's how I started. What's up, Ian? Almost always the guy in the back who doesn't really talk to anyone exactly. Some guys are like that. Some guys are like that. What if it's a War of the World CRPG or Last Day on Earth? Dude, that'd be crazy. I'm with whatever. At the end of the day, I am with whatever. Whatever Owlcat wants to do, I'm with it. What's up, Skeletons? How are you, dude? You would be a great bard. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, you do systems admin too? Mostly database related? Nice, nice. What's up, Ritz? How are you? You're in Chicago? Yeah, I am. Got an Urban Shadows game in Chicago. Really? Never been there myself. My character is a native, so this will be interesting. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I hope you end up enjoying it. What's up, Debo? Was last around during the KCD streams. Hope you've been well. Yep, I have been. You end up finishing that game? KCD 1 I finished. KCD 2 I have not finished yet, but I definitely plan to circle back to it. I'll probably end up circling back to it on my own though. We'll see. Shady, what's good, man? You know, you never know where conversations are gonna go on this stream. You know how it is. Will we see Slander Companion in the next Owlcat? Hey, I would love that. I would love that. We'll see, maybe one day. How's the story for Azada without spoiling? Azada is amazing. I did a whole video ranking all of the mythic paths. So if you want more details about how they stack up against each other, I would definitely check out that video. But Azada is definitely one of the top level stories for sure. And it's a ton of fun. Ton of fun. So many people in this chat in IT. I'm just going through law school. Well, I specialize in CRPGs. A lot of the people who love CRPGs loves computers in general. A lot of people in CRPGs put together their own computers. So, you know, putting them together yourself, supporting them yourself, managing yourself, this all kind of go hand in hand. I've never purchased my own computer. I've always put it together myself. The next one I do, I'm probably going to purchase it because I'm kind of tired of putting them together and then wondering whether or not everything's going to work. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that a lot of people here are in IT. Darmo, what's going on, man? Appreciate the $2, dude. Thank you for all the great content. Hey, man, it's absolutely my pleasure. Absolutely my pleasure. Imagine a Firefly CRPG. Mr. I actually put that as one of the options in the video I recently did. I don't think it's going to happen specifically because of Josh Whedon. I don't think they're going to want to deal with all the questions and controversies that would come up because of being associated with Josh Whedon. So they're probably going to let that go. We'll see though. Sci-fi RPG. Only a few systems I think of. Traveler, Shadowrun, Cyberpunk. Owlcat usually makes games upon existing game systems. Yeah, Jim, they confirmed that this game will be no different, that it's going to be based on an existing game system. What that is, though, no idea as of yet. Well, Well, I was going to say Stargate, Starship Troopers, Firefly, and the Expanse were some other options. Now, those, I don't think they have like ready-made tabletop systems as opposed to some of the options that you mentioned. So it'll be interesting to see if Owlcat has taken a system that just has lore and a world, but doesn't have like the tabletop mechanics for them to take advantage of, or if, like you're thinking, they're going to go all the way with a sci-fi tabletop type of setup. Traveler, of course, would be an amazing option for that. The thing I want the most, all right, we're almost coming down to it. The thing I want the most is a game where I do not have to play as a human. I'm really, really tired of games forcing me to be a human. So as long as they give me the option to not be a human, that's the only thing I don't like about the Expanse. As long as they give me the option not to be a human, I'm good. Joe V, appreciate the $10, dude. I'm excited for the showcase as well. Let me go ahead and turn the volume up so we can be all in on the shenanigans. Boom! All right, here we go. Let's do it. This presentation contains flashing images which may trigger seizures in individuals with photosensitive epilepsy. All trailers will be available in their native resolution on the Future Game Show YouTube channel after the show.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majinai.
Behind all the video game characters, Matt, all of them.
But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's Debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason.
Love to see something about that.
Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun.
Let's go.
Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page.
Indeed. Once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Let's go! I don't know where Owlcat is going to be in the show, by the way. So they could be at the very end for all we know. Gemini.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec.
Is this what I think it is?
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice.
Dude, this gives me strong Expanse
For a man with a
vibes.
hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
This looks amazing and it looks just like Expanse. No question. Wow. Oh, let's go. Wow. Kicked it off with Owlcat.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
Crazy. Oh, dude. Are you kidding me?
They never look up.
But what does the gameplay look like?
Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Crazy.
Hold on, I'm coming. I'll cover you.
Oh, look at that, dude. What kind of crazy tech are we going to be able to use? That's amazing. Dude, I'm getting super strong Mass Effect vibes. Come on!
What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
So it's gonna be about the alien again. Oh, that's awesome. Yo! Okay. I'm all about it. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. This is scratching that Mass Effect itch for me. No question! Oh, shit! Yes! Absolutely! Absolutely! Wow! An Owlcat game has never looked like that before. Never!
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process.
Hey, let's do it! What a way! How does Owlcat kick off the major shows back to back? They kicked off Warhammer Skulls, and now they kicked off the Future Game Showcase. That's wild. Owlcat is coming up for real. Yeah, there's got to be ship combat.
By my father's oath. To protect the wards.
What is this?
To protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
What is this? Appreciate the $5 donation, dude.
The clamor of conquerors. Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, may spell another end.
So I'm not sure if I'm going to play this, but here's what I will say I really appreciate. I was not a fan of the show yesterday. It seemed like 3/4 of it was just Dark Souls-like type games.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the
These first two
End,
games,
a narrative-driven
totally
fantasy
different from
adventure
anything
coming
we saw
later this
yesterday.
year.
But the fun doesn't
really,
stop there.
Really
Here's another
appreciate that. Big fan. Thanks again, Stubbs. Appreciate you. Yeah, that trailer was amazing from Owlcat. Amazing. Exactly what we said. It's a Mass Effect game with more mechanics, and I'm here for it. I'm 110,000% here for it. No question. Johnny, what's going on, man? Appreciate the $10 donation, dude. Which you for would be great. I absolutely looking forward to it. Yeah, that last trailer, I don't know. I might not play that game, but at least it looked like they were trying something a little bit different. A little bit. Yeah, that trailer with the Expanse, perfect. I can't wait to go on Owlcat's website and see all the different information about what they're doing, man. Come on now. Come on. Come on. I had to get a hard game sooner or later. Not impressed, Asabar? Is this the new Silent Hill? You wake up in a forest with no memory? I don't think so. I mean, I've never played a Silent Hill game, but I've seen the trailers before, and this doesn't give me that feeling. You already lost on this card one, so am I. I get the feeling it's something horror related. Yeah, the Expanse game looks like Owlcat Mass Effect. Exactly. And you all already know I don't have a whole lot of faith in Mass Effect 5. You know, like, I'm obviously going to play it. I'm obviously going to, you know, I'm going to check it out, but I'm just not expecting it to be at that same level of quality. But Owlcat trying to do a Mass Effect type game? That was the only way I'd be okay with being forced to be a human. If I felt like they were going all the way Mass Effect, right? And that's the way it really looks like. We'll see, though. We'll see.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Next
the trailer
up,
we just saw, I
trailer
have
for
no
an
idea what that game is
action
supposed to be about.
RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins.
One of the biggest Soul-like fans, you know, I feel Summer's Game Fest is just overdone with them. Exactly. Souls-like and the gacha games. That's what it seemed filled up with. Just told you Discord Owlcat Mass Effect in the Expanse. Exactly. Unfortunately, the Expanse doesn't have orcs. However, I would expect the Dark Heresy game to have orcs somewhere. Somewhere in there, Owlcat is going to fit it in. Either they're going to fit it in there, or a lot of people feel like the Shipyard DLC that we're getting from Rogue Trader is supposed to have orcs in it as well. So that Mass Effect Night can launch to the big league. Exactly. Didn't we see this yesterday? We saw something 7 Deadly Sins related yesterday, but I don't know if it was this exact game. The game, yeah, I don't remember it saying Origin. So I think it's a different 7 Deadly Sins game.
The 7 Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Go watch or read all the Expanse. We're gonna have to do watch parties of the Expanse on the Discord so that we are all up to date on what's happening with it. For sure. Did you watch the earlier showcase? It was like 30 games all trying to be the next Stardew Valley. There was a showcase earlier today. No, I didn't see it, Prodigal.
The pressure's
Then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but
the finals.
It's time to move on and talk about
Love King Mega Rap, but I gave it one Owlcat because they couldn't make a balanced finale.
Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
And it looked like they're finally leveling up. They're getting there. It'll be interesting to see what the next one is like, for sure. Feel like Owlcat is Slayer's new BioWare. I mean, Owlcat is the developer now that most consistently makes games that I love and appreciate. So, yeah, for sure. Like, I don't feel like Owlcat is at the level that BioWare used to be for me. Like, BioWare is what made me start buying games. I told myself when I got out of my parents' house, ain't no way in hell I'm putting down $250 for an Xbox console. And then I saw Knights of the Republic and I was like, I guess I'm buying an Xbox and a new game, right? Like, it was immediate. And then they went from KOTOR to Jade Empire to Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, Dragon Age 1, 2, Inquisition. Like, it was just a crazy run where they kept giving me exactly what I wanted. And so I really appreciated that. But Owlcat does that like on a much larger scale. Their games are much bigger than what BioWare games used to be back in the day. So there are some differences with it. What I really miss about BioWare was that they would do games in the same world.
You can try guiding those adorable Californs right now.
And I'm not getting that from any other developer right now. I have no idea what that game was that we just watched. It looked like a rancher type game, but it was odd.
It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of 9 Inch Nails.
Let's take a closer look then.
Larian, I doubt Larian is announcing their new game. I doubt it. Again, Larian doesn't need help providing exposure for that game. They could drop a trailer on YouTube with no lead up and it would get just as many views as it could get on the Future Games Show. Like, they would only do that maybe as a favor to Jeff Keighley, and if they were going to do that, it probably would have been on the last show. Jade Empire 2 would have been amazing, I agree. Does the Dark Expanse have magic? That I don't know. This actually does look interesting.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you?
Yep, 9 Inch Nails.
This is all perfectly natural.
Isn't there something else 9 Inch Nails supposed to be doing?
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your eyes, dear.
That's interesting. Anything 9 Inch Nails is involved in definitely is an eye opener.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eriksholm, the Stolen
I'm
Dream
sure
Opera.
the Expanse game
It's a
will have
cinematic
romance.
isometric stealth game
Owlcat
set
always
in the year
includes romance in their
1900.
games.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am
I agree.
a few months
Owlcat has
younger than
definitely
you,
been
Laura.
turning it up a notch.
I don't think so. No.
Skeletons. Expanse started as a book series, and then it's also a TV series that's on Amazon Prime right now. Has 6 seasons. Chris Holm.
Eriksholm is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which
So the 3
not
people
only
have to work
resonates with
together
me, but
in
with the
order
rest of the
to
world because
play
it's
it,
so
or is it
unique.
single player?
It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me a rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. Reborn Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
Do I need to turn it down
How
some?
is this
Is it much
made
louder
by
than my
16
mic?
people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build.
Oh,
and
nice.
The story
Now
just
you're
gets
impressed,
to perform.
Asimar.
You're just
Awesome.
drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eriksholm is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store, and we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
I agree. Someone just said the art looks great, but not convinced by the gameplay. I think I agree. Okay, we're good? Okay, cool. I don't mind stealth, I don't mind puzzles, but I'm not sure if I want to play a game that's like all stealth, all puzzles. Especially if I have to work with other people. But I don't know. I do appreciate when devs try to do something different, right? And it looks like they're trying to do something different here, so I might end up trying it out just on the strength of that, if nothing else. Your student bank account feels threatened. Exactly, Outline. Early 1900s is an underutilized setting. So this feels different to me. It feels different from a lot of games that I played, and I just appreciate it on the strength of that. Exactly, Ante. Want to support that. You missed the 90s, the 1890s. Oh, they already got a release date. Oh, wow. It's coming out in July.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that
I'll probably still be playing
Road
Trade at that time, but
it's
I might
to
still
PC,
give it a whirl.
Xbox,
We'll see.
and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Recommend Desperados 3.
All right. Now
Can
we've
you
got a new
avoid
trailer for a
Desperados 3
cel-shaded
without
shooter
1 and
with
2?
gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for the Explorator.
The Explorator. I don't think I've heard of that one. David, I'll circle back to that at some point, but I switched over to Outer Worlds because Outer Worlds 2 is going to be coming out soon, and I want to make sure that I played Outer Worlds 1 first. Oh, you like the Lies of P DLC star? That's awesome. This game looks really cool. Really, really freaking cool. There's another cel-shaded fantasy type game that I'm really looking forward to as well. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it looks perfect D&D. The Explorator. Whoa! Is that you? So you don't play as a human? Puzzle type game when you got, oh no, it's more than that. Whoa! That actually looks kind of fun. Early access available on PC. Okay. That actually looks kind of cool. I like the look of it. I like the look of it. We anti-human over here. Look.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance
looks like the fish from the movie Mega
a
Mind.
Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush
Metroidvania.
to escape a decaying inner world.
Move into my interests.
Hey, that sounds like something Clear Obscura related. And I mean, looks odd compared to the rest of it. Team Nord over here. That was some cheese. I've never played any of the Destroy All Humans games, but they always look cool. Nice. This does look interesting. I just don't like this style of game. But if I did, I feel like I'd be all over this. Temporal Mouse, what's going on? Appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Don't do that. This is how you get the Patriots. Exactly. Exactly. I've seen anything I want since the first trailer. They stole the show. That's what happened with Warhammer Skulls. They kicked it off with Owlcat, and everybody compared what happened afterwards to Owlcat and were like, hey, this is lacking.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
You would
Those
love
of
it
you
if
who
you
have
gave it
tuned in
time.
before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones
Star,
to
you
watch,
think I should do a
say.
demo day
First game we're
where I play
tackling for the
random
Summer
demos on
Showcase
stream?
is Titan Quest 2.
When
Fans have
Steam
been waiting
does its
since
next fest, I'll
2006
probably
for a
do
sequel
that.
to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimoire Games.
Playing as a human in Mass Effect was always the weakest bit for me, yeah. I would have been a Solarian if I could. Titan Quest.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest 2 is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades.
Star, you're a fan of Titan Quest?
Great success
What's good
with
about
this,
it?
and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands. Why not
What
use
am I
it?
thinking? You're right,
In Titan Quest 2, you'll be playing
Krogan,
as
for sure.
a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to
This does
be a
remind me of
capable
Diablo.
fighter. You have
What's better
a
about it
master
compared
called
to
Aristotle.
Diablo?
She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one. instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the two masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From
Can you play co-op in Titan Quest?
In multiple directions. We mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just the tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable.
I
so
do agree.
Each of
the
them
mere
has
fact
like these several modifier
I like this Greek
choices that you
mythology
can equip
aesthetic
into your skill.
a lot more than the demons and darkness that Diablo and even Path of Exile kind of seem to focus on.
We are
this
not
is more appealing to me.
Any microtransactions in this game because
it's better because it is being managed by Activision.
Of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters.
They started with Owlcat's game. Yeah, they're doing the Expanse.
And masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already. And we're looking for a
multi-ethnic class character, so you combine a warrior class with a magic character and use both skill trees. Got you. Those are the masteries he's talking about? Okay. Interesting. No Micro X. Sold. Titan Quest came out with one game and it was so good, it was
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
I might try that out.
Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
Hey man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys
the Spider-Man guy, right?
making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd
join in.
They
don't have 9 seasons and only 2
I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. I got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Puzzle Adventure 2020.
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Out of the blue?
I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world.
Yuri did Sandal? I never knew that.
For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels.
Myst didn't come out in 2020.
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible.
What is this a sequel to?
Shadow.
Call of the Elder Gods? What is the original game that it's a sequel to? I know nothing
Call
about that
of the
title.
Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish list ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Oh, he did. Voices in Fallout New
Classic
Vegas?
marketing.
Interesting.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Oh. And he did the male elf voice lines for Warden and Origins?
Okay,
Interesting.
So while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set,
Text of the Elder Gods.
We'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
3 bio cores. How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise.
Capture the flag on crack. Uh-oh. Why is it showing Call of the Elder Gods? That shouldn't have happened. What is going on?
Narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
That was definitely technical issues.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I don't know what happened there.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man.
Bye.
See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be?
That's weird. All right, let's see what this stream is unoptimized.
Hard.
We definitely just traveled. All right, looks like it's letting us go further than we did last time, though, so we'll roll with
it. It's like capture the flag on crack.
Wow. Matt Mercer.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
Combat in Veil of the Witch is built for hardcore tactics fans, with an emphasis on speed and brutality. That means a small party, tight battle maps, and enemies that can drop you in just a few hits.
I like tactical turn-based.
To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile.
I don't like dying.
All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Lost Edelons is amazing.
Beacon of the
This
dead.
does seem like it has a lot of
Get
things I like,
shipwrecked.
though.
Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on trial mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight, die, rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what I don't like.
Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch.
I don't want to have to
Early
die
access
and then
available
come back
now
and do the
on
same
Steam.
thing again.
And coming soon to Xbox, PS5,
Other
and
than
Nintendo
that,
Switch.
Veil of the Witch does sound really, really cool. How was Lost Edelons? Was that good? You seem to have enjoyed it, Star? See, like Hades, I loved Hades. I thought Hades was amazing. I did not have the patience to finish it though. I played maybe 10, 15 hours and then I dropped it because I'm like, I'm not gonna replay these zones over and over and over again, especially since I'm a completionist. So if I play a game, I kind of want 100% it. Or at the very least see any secret endings, you know, or things of that nature. And doing that for a roguelike, nah. Lost Edelons had a very Neverwinter Nights 2 meets Dragon Age Origins look. Veil of the Witch went full manga and kind of lost my interest. Was Lost Edelons also roguelike? Lost Edelons is just a strategy. Yeah, WB, exactly. I don't have the patience or the time for roguelites. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Never finished Hades either? Exactly. What?
Supply line ready. Break that door open.
Yeah, software. It kicked off with the Owlcat announcement. They're doing Expanse.
Those are about to catch fire.
Get an attack line in there.
Gotta go scout the area.
I don't think I would want to be a firefighter.
Yeah, you're good.
Here we go again. Are they doing the same thing again?
Heroes. The world is full of them.
Or did they skip that trailer this time?
Farmers with too much bravery and not enough.
Or maybe they decided the game was also boring.
What is a hero?
Let's just skip to the next one. Nobody needs to see this.
Without dragons to slay.
Yeah, Barry, like the Expanse TV show books. Owlcat is doing an Expanse game.
As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
I hope Outer Worlds 2 isn't like this. Come on, y'all.
According to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
Yeah, Barry, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Are you interested in Clockwork Revolution? Billy, I'm interested in anything that Wasteland 3 developer makes. So I'm still not clear what the hook is supposed to be for Clockwork Revolution, but I will be there day one, no question. And I will be covering it, and I will be updating you all on it. They skipped it again, and then they skipped back to the firefighter trailer. And now they're skipping back to what is going on there? Come on now, y'all.
Break that door open.
What are y'all doing? And now I'm hearing the firefighter trailer and getting and now the fantasy trailer switches over. Ridiculous.
That's where you come in.
It's fine because this hasn't happened yet to a game that I actually care about. All right, if they had done this shit during the Owlcat trailer, I'd be pissed. I'd be living. But none of this stuff looks like stuff I'm actually gonna play. So fine, go ahead, play around, have a ball. The Expanse Founders Edition is $290. Interesting. Carsey, what's going on? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch. Hey, look at that. Looks like I officially hit 900 followers over on Twitch.
We the members of the United Builders Union of Enchanted Settlements.
Firefighter Simulator 3. That's so kids. What's up, Destroyer?
Their cushy job in their clipboard that decides
yeah, Cross, that definitely happened. Technical difficulties, I don't understand. This never would have happened if Jennifer
What is the story?
was
a
the
good hero at its With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off.
I don't understand this trailer at all.
Incompetent
Either,
is still
Patrick,
evil.
which is why I'm kind of ignoring it. I get the gist that it's fantasy and it has almost a Fortnite look. I'm not convinced.
We are happy to welcome you.
At least the Expanse trailer was good. I got what I wanted out of this show. I'm already good. Everything else here is just cherry on top.
Oh, that's one for the gritters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this
Mid-tier. It seems like the stream is kind of going back and forth for some reason. It's something on their back end. It's not me. I'm just watching what everybody else sees. Have I ever played Urban Chaos Riot Response? Nope. No, nothing about that. What is this? WTF? Team Waifu. Okay. Whoa. Outer Worlds 2 is it? They're not showing that until Sunday. Is this a gotcha game? It's gotta be. All that focus on the... What are they saying in the chat about this going back and forth?
But what is the story about a good hero at its home? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off.
Yeah,
it hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
It's not me. I'm just watching it. The jiggle, it's got to be a gotcha game with the jiggle physics. Come on now.
We are happy to welcome
I agree, Garcia. The skipping is hilarious and ridiculous. Like, come on now, y'all. What is going on?
Oh, that's one for the gritters.
Out here calling our
the Bureau of
studios
Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming
you are,
later
Barry.
And now for something completely different.
Yes, you are.
This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and...
Someone is going to be fired. Look, fix all this before the Xbox showcase tomorrow. That's all I ask. Are they showing this same trailer again? Hey, y'all. For all the gooners out there, you're going to get... Okay, you're not going to get jiggle... What are they doing now? Now they skip to the end? Ha! I was going to tell y'all about to get the jiggle physics again. But apparently not.
Waifu Tactical Force.
Yeah, you missed Owlcat. It was right at the beginning of the show. They're doing the Expanse.
You can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look
Hideo Kojima
at
stuff.
Hirogami.
Jeff Keighley could never. Life. Hirogami. Wonderful Tactical Force is actually my favorite game, guys. Don't make fun of it. Look, man, I'm just commenting on what I see. Commenting on what I see. Tareal, what's going on? Just check. The skipping happens on FGS's channel. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I'm on their channel and I see the comments. But I don't know what's the alternative. I mean, it's on their channel. This is a Future Game Show channel. Where else should I watch it? If you can't watch it on their official channel, what else can you do? Yeah, from a platformer standpoint, this game does look pretty cool. Said a pre-alpha. Why even announce pre-alpha? It said pre-alpha. Why even announce pre-alpha? I know every studio does it, but what are we supposed to do with this game looks good? I hope I remember in 7 years. You're supposed to wish list it on Steam so that the developer can then take the amount of wish lists it has and hopefully get more investment and make it clear that there's a large audience who's looking for information about this game. So it's a way to, and it also gives the developer confidence that what they're doing has fans who are interested in seeing it.
And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP
That's the way
Games'
rather righteous
Spacebound
is,
Survival MMO.
Oh, Dark Heresy Founders Edition. That's $290? Crazy.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things.
When you see a
this
pre-alpha
is a great way
announcement,
to
you
start
should get
your
pre-hyped.
game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
What's wrong with Eve?
When we made EVE Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from EVE, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform.
It still exists after all these years. Some of y'all are lying.
Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding
that never been seen before. Tomorrow.
But this is very much inspired by the
third-party ecosystem that is developed
around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
You like the concept,
Founder
but
access for
realistically, for 90% of the
available
players,
now.
it's a grind.
You can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more.
Why are you nervous for
What's up
Outer
next,
Worlds
Laura?
2, Johnny?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of
Every MMO is a grind. This is a good point. Jovi, Exodus got pushed back to next year, so we might not hear about it again until next year's summer conference. Oh, you thought this was Xbox Showcase? No. This is the Future Game Showcase. Xbox Showcase is tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. I'll be right back live tomorrow to go through that. Outer Worlds was underwhelming, so I hope Outer Worlds 2 is better. I felt like Outer Worlds was underwhelming, but I've been live streaming the Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice for the past few days, and I'm actually having a great time. So I don't know if that's because my taste had just changed, or I knew what to expect, or if the Spacer's Choice Edition added that much to it, but I feel much better about it now, and it definitely seems like they're doing a lot to smooth out and expand the experience. So looking forward to what they showcase in the live stream tomorrow. Am I going to play the Outer Worlds DLC too? Oh yeah, Corcus, definitely, because I've never played the DLC before, so that's going to be the new content for me. Yeah, a lot of people are excited for State of Decay 3. I only played State of Decay 1, not the second one, so I'm not all that excited, but we'll see. Are you going to watch the TV show for Expanse? I have watched it, but I didn't watch it with the intention of, hey, the lore here is going to be put into a video game that I'm really,
Formula
really
Legends
excited
is
for.
racing towards release
so I'm
on
going to
PC
rewatch
and
it.
console.
I said we're
you can
probably
play the
going to
demo
start
now on Steam, and also wishlisted on Steam or
watches on the Discord,
now,
where we can all sit with it together and talk about Expanse lore, because there's some people who've read the books. I've never read the books.
On Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
You're doing an updated review for the Outer Worlds? That's
First
the plan,
up is
Debo.
Catastrophe.
Yep.
This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty
They stop
sidekick,
skipping for
the
now.
Star
Don't put
Cursor.
anything past them.
Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle
Hope Outer
on
Worlds
a
2
new
has
play
aim
style
assist or
and
control.
pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
State of Decay was tons of fun? Yeah, that's what I heard.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror
Prodigal,
throwback
you're
with fixed cameras and
you're
immersive
unimpressed
pre-rendered
with the
environments.
racing, huh?
A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
State of Decay was, could you play State of Decay with friends, or you had to do it by yourself? I can't remember. I swear I was doing it with friends.
Train and command a crew of warriors in strategic
Red of Fox,
turn-based battles.
Owlcat announcement already happened. It was at the very beginning of the show. They're doing the Expanse.
And spill buckets of blood.
There's an interview after this with the Expanse devs. Owlcat. There's an interview after this with Owlcat.
Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile
Why isn't this show
companion app. You'll
90%
communicate
Souls
and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop
This
the
show has
outbreak
been
of
10
war.
times better than the one yesterday, Barry. 10 times. 10 times.
That was our ones to play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator.
Owlcat announcement was definitely the highlight of the show. Like, I'm not even saying that as an Owlcat fan. I think it's hard to look at that Owlcat trailer and not say it was the best one of the show. What is this?
Every voyage begins with a plan.
Oh, it's a cinematic trailer, not the actual game. It's on Cole's Twitch stream? Okay, I have to check that out for sure.
Parchment. Foretelling
Morty
glory
is on the Owlcat interview? That's awesome.
or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear.
That's awesome.
Death and
Okay, I'll
dishonor.
definitely have to check that out after I finish
Fame
this.
and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless
Are you supposed to
pursuit.
be playing as Napoleon?
True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back.
How can you not like Cole?
And the legend we become.
What do you dislike about Cole?
We arrive, but never at our final destination.
Mortismo's chat is
So we
tomorrow.
chart our next course.
How did you find out that Mort is going to have a chat?
We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
I agree, Johnny. Like, I'm semi-interested, but there's no gameplay. Really?
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
What are you doing? What is this game for? What kind of game is it? Pertinent questions are not answered by this trailer. Sid Meier's Pirates? Nah.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or
it was
the
announced on the Kingmaker
the Spotlight
subreddit.
montage is up next, so say goodbye to our
Spell Shield, what up, man? How are you? More is easy to dislike.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage
I've heard
once we've
people
talked
say
you through
that.
some
I have
super
no
cool
comment. I have no proof regarding that. I just look at his content. I don't go that deep into it.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year.
Exactly.
You can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
They did with you in Dark Heresy.
Now let's take a look
yeah,
at
that's what it sounds like.
Golf
I think it's really great
an
marketing
all-in-one
to bring in
simulator
more of the
where
content
you
curators
mold
and use them
create
to market the
world-class
game.
courses,
That's awesome.
and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage
3
staff,
p.m., so yeah, it's been
budgets,
50
and
minutes.
customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise.
There's
It's coming
an
soon to
Owlcat
PC
stream
and
that's supposed to be with
but you can
Morty
wish
that's
list it now
tomorrow.
on Steam
But you
or
are
the
saying
Epic Store.
today, right now, there's an interview with Owlcat regarding the Expanse.
It's a hack and slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the
out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter.
It's
and you can also
back and
wishlist
forth.
the game on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies.
You're fired.
What Matt means to say with that
That's the fourth
Gothic
time.
vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool
Why they do Matt and Laura like this? The running gag returns.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades.
Dragon
It's coming
and
to
you
PC
can't
later
mount
this
her
year.
until
You can
like
try
the
it for
last
yourself
act
ahead
of the
of time
game.
by checking
She
out the free
grows
demo
as the
on
game
Steam.
goes along. But to answer your question, she's
now
amazing.
let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect,
Shake, you
an
might not have been
all-in-one
here.
simulator
There are
where
these
you
times where the
mold
stream
terrain
bounces
to
back and
create
forth
world-class
for some
courses,
reason.
and
Somebody's
then
messing
try
up.
them out firsthand.
Somebody's been messing
as
up
well as
bad,
placing
but
the
they didn't
green
mess
and
up the
obstacles
Owlcat,
between. You'll
trailer,
manage
and
staff,
that's all I care
budgets,
about.
and customers on your way to
That's
crafting a
all
golfer's
I give a
paradise.
damn about.
It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
Everything else
but
has
you can
been
wish
like,
list it now on Steam
this
or the
show
Epic
is
Game
still
Store.
much better than the show we had yesterday,
Ascend
but there's
to
still
Zero
no
is up
really
next.
great games.
It's a
Owlcat
hack
is the
and slash
only one who
roguelike where you
provided
play
a
as the
great
last
game.
surviving
And
human
again,
of a devastated
I know I'm
world.
biased when it comes
To
to
help with that unfortunate
but I think
predicament,
that's like
you can freeze time to
objectively
anticipate attacks
factual.
and topple
Owlcat
voxel
has
monsters.
dropped the best trailer
Ascend to
today.
Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam
Always
and
good
drop
to
it
see
onto
you.
your wish list.
How are you?
Or how about Animal
Objectively.
Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building
Speaking
game
of
where
which,
you play
Fellowship,
as a
did you
crew
see the
of
Owlcat trailer? I know you said you don't like sci-fi as much as you like
Players
fantasy.
will use their industrial-grade
do you still
opposable
plan to
thumbs
play the
to
game, or do you
scavenge
think
the
you're probably gonna
landscape
skip
for
it?
materials and establish a
Biased,
community
but not
of
wrong.
creatures.
That's the way I feel.
Animal Kind is coming soon to PC.
So the little
but if
dragon
you head
is
to the
pretty
Steam
good.
page, you can sign up for the alpha
She has
playtest, which is
a
arriving
ton
in
of
July.
dialogue, so you get a
Next
lot of
up
extra
is
content
Don't Wake
having
the
her.
Beast.
And
The developers
over time,
have
she gets
sent over an
spells, and
intricate
basically she
overview,
serves
so
as another
I'll sit
tank.
this one
So yeah.
Hi, my name is Timek.
Best
I'm the game
trailer all
designer and
weekend.
producer
Come on
behind
now,
Don't
you
Wake the
know
Beast.
it. You know
Don't
it.
Wake
And
the
them
Beast
was-
is a
they were
stealth
already my
roguelike
boys.
in
I
which
was
your
already
goal
on
is
the
to
hype
steal as
train.
many
Let's
treasures as possible
go.
and run away from the
Let's
beast.
go. That
The tricky
trailer
part
looked
is that each treasure has
amazing.
its weight, and the more you pick up,
Absolutely
the more
amazing.
noise you generate.
The first two
But when
trailers
you
are the best
fail,
looking.
there's always another
exactly.
run. My game
Andrew,
will
it
feature
wasn't
4
Dark Heresy.
biomes,
Owlcat
all
has
with
a
unique mechanics and
CRPG,
beasts.
I'm sorry,
It's scheduled to
a
release
sci-fi
in
game based on the
2026.
Expanse that they showed a trailer of.
We're
at the
rounding things
beginning
out
of
with
the
Worship,
stream,
a
and it was
cultist
incredible.
simulator where you try your best to bring about the
Silk
end
Song? You
of
think
the
a
world.
Silk Song trailer is going to be
Inspired by
tomorrow? Why do you
Pikmin,
think
this
so?
cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
You don't have to have a Scald Star, but it's
That
definitely
was
going
our
to make your game a
Spotlight
lot
montage.
easier.
We hope you enjoyed the summer showcase.
That's what's sense with the trailer. I love
What?
the Expanse. It
Oh,
looks
it's
super
time
good.
for an
Oh, you
update
love
on
the Expanse?
Scum,
That's
the
awesome.
survival shooter
That's
with
awesome.
poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
just
very,
like
very
you
excited
have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh,
might actually learn something. I love video games.
Wow, Lord. Wow. That's a crazy comment. That's a crazy comment. So what's the consensus on the Expanse? Hey, I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. I love that trailer. It gave me a lot of Mass Effect vibes. And I don't have... Good Lord. I don't have a whole lot of confidence about Mass Effect 5, so really, really happy to see somebody else try to tackle that Mass Effect feel. I'm definitely with it. Yeah, this sounds disgusting. I don't know why they decided to sell the game this way. It's probably appealing to somebody. We're going to get Bloodborne 2 before Silksong. Yo. Mass Effect 5. I did see it, and it looks good, but I am not super excited or anything, but it was a good trailer.
Reviews have grabbed your attention.
I know little about the Expanse.
You can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the
really
lucky
like
winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the
what
rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Really cool.
Our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly
I
dinosaurs.
think it's pretty
Here's
clearly
the latest trailer
showing
for Death
that
Ground.
it's set during the time of the show, whereas there is plenty of content that's after the show, and I think that would have been an easier time to explore, but maybe not.
4 players. You must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Obnoxious.
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Death Ground.
The main threat you'll need to avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's
I feel like I'm never impressed by these dinosaur games.
We spent most of our development
but some of the
taming them.
designs look
It's been
pretty
a huge
cool.
challenge because
How do you get something that size with that tail
They're going
to
for the
behave
Gen
all
Z
in
crash
multiplayer?
out
exactly.
demographic.
Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The #1 culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus.
Well, some of you are happy. That's awesome.
What might look like a
I agree that
decent hiding space
after
for
the
you as
show
players
has a whole new
might
level of
actually
crazy
be
stuff
a
to
refuge for
explore.
these little creatures.
Mass Effect
Sitting
5,
with
Expanse,
terror in
Exodus,
territory.
Cyberpunk 2,
As for
all
other
in
species,
production. Good time for sci-fi
dinosaurs,
RPGs. I'm a fan of it.
Triceratops roaming around in the
Definitely
background.
a fan of it.
You're being chased by
A
a
shotgun
Tyrannosaurus
can
Rex.
kill both small dinos.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable.
Is this
at
supposed to be a
launch.
multiplayer
Mission
game?
Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need
The
to repair
single-player
everything so you can
tutorial.
start the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is
Wow.
my personal favorite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal
All right, so I
raptor
played
eggs.
out Jurassic
You know,
Park
for
needs to die.
science.
They will
Each
never
mission
stop
is
coming out with
replayable
Jurassic
and
games.
is
I
an important
guarantee you.
piece of the puzzle.
Those Jurassic
Each detail or
movies,
collectible
rather,
you
those
come
Jurassic
across will
movies
help you
will
unlock
keep
the lore
coming
and
out
discover the
until
truth about
both
the
you
disasters
and I
that
are
have
dead
passed.
and gone.
Death Ground is launching with Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
It's an AMA about the Expanse on Cole Carnage's channel right after the show. Oh!
Death Ground is launching into
How are
Steam
y'all
Early
finding
Access
out about
later
what's
this year.
going to happen
Keep an eye
after
out
the show?
for Roar News
Like,
on
where's
that
this
front.
information coming from?
Refusing to acknowledge that pun.
Share
So
the
let's
okay,
move on with our
email over on
second
the
Ones to
Discord
Watch
in the
deep
general
dive, shall
channel.
we?
Okay.
Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Hell is Us. I feel like we heard about this.
What happened here?
I saw a trailer for this. I remember this.
Hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Villatet, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director of Hell is Us.
Camellia make a good skull? You can go that
way. The game that we've been developing
go in that
for
direction.
pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in
Owlcat
the world
tweeted it
India.
out.
It's
Well, let me check my
a
Twitter.
rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. Yeah, he was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you on a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old
AMA
Zelda
with the
games,
devs.
how
After the Future Game
straightforward,
Show.
And
Okay.
like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Oh, so you can become a founder for the Expanse
Follow the wind chimes.
and get a bunch of cool things.
They will lead the way.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue, right? So Rebecca
Okay,
and
so
Joba,
we'll watch Coldstream
she
right
kinda
after
hints
this.
you where the Owen
This is supposed to end
convoy,
at 4 though, right?
the direction that it took. She says, I don't know where they went exactly, but I know they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. No game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much.
Hell is Us, yeah,
the
that's what this
joy
game is.
Of exploration, the joy of discovery, yeah.
The Abbey is closed.
Carefree, this isn't the first trailer for this game. Hell is Us, we've heard about it a little bit.
Monsters and the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of.
And I do think the games look very interesting. Not my type of game, but definitely very interesting.
So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit. It's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker, and it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things and they ended up looking like this.
Why do you dislike the chats, Cube?
So you'll be able to play Hell is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox.
Oh, it already has a release date. I didn't even realize that. Nice.
And obviously PC.
Patrick, the back end for the
Wish
show
list
is
it
definitely
now
on.
because Hell is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
It just is what it is.
I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars.
So now it's 4 o'clock. I thought this show was supposed to be 1 hour. Am I wrong?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally
Wolfhard
real
played
phone call.
Hell is
Hello?
Us last week. How did he like it, Rob? Oh, because
hey Laura, hey Matt.
You're being sold something this whole show. This whole show
on the Future Game Show, where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? Oh, so yeah, New Tales reached out, and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Oh, it's 90 minutes.
Hi, Sam. I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game?
What is this?
If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura.
Yeah, but like a car salesman.
Sure, I'll play any game with you. Only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use a barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
What? Not the kind of game I play, but it does look super cool. It does look like they're trying to do something interesting. So I'd say this goes on the list of one of the most impressive trailers that we've seen so far on the show. So this, whatever that second fantasy game was, and then the Expanse from Owlcat. It's a no for me, dog. Yeah, it's a no for me, but it does look cool. Had that trailer first been down out. So yeah, I don't understand why shows do that, J-Bo, but maybe it's a way of trying to like hook you in and make you think, oh man, we're definitely gonna get something as awesome as this. Owlcat was the absolute highlight of the night, of the show, rather. She is best of Pally, but if you want to skull, what's up, Hulk? Oh,
That's
Sela?
right. We're joining
Sela,
Samantha Bayard. Yes,
definitely supposed to be a paladin. Definitely.
And the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo.
Trizlo, what's going on? Appreciate you following me over on Twitch
Next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, Octavius,
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next.
They showed off a trailer at the beginning of this show. Yep, Lucas Cole is interviewing Owlcat right after this.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace. But our city is not without its enemies.
A modern JRPG inspired
the demons
epic.
above and the beasts below.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible. It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still, 1 out of every 3 bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that? We gave you those robes for a reason. Damn, I love the church.
I have no idea what was happening in that trailer at all. This is making some people very, very happy, I'm sure. Nice. I think this had a demo on the Next Fest last year. Possibly. Matt Mercer is getting old. Aren't we all? I don't think that was Barrick's voice, but it could have been. Lobo says, now we're talking. This is right up your alley. So Larry games look the part, but the writing is Marvel standard? I don't agree. I think Larry does a great job writing their games, but it's definitely not for everybody. So we got 24 minutes on this show before we switch over to Co-Carnage. I'm really, really curious what that last trailer is going to be. Because I can't believe they showed Owlcat at the beginning knowing that it was like way, way better than anything else that was going to come afterwards. So I think that maybe they're going to end this with a real banger that they feel like we're going to enjoy. At first I thought this dude was Ben 10, but I don't think he is, so it's something different. Laird rating is very good, but not great. So who ranks great games? Hey, keep up while I play the date on this day. Hey, man, lots to do, lots to do. Jacob, you say Laird's writing is just serviceable. So for you all who feel like Laird isn't really all that good at writing video games, who do you like more? Who do you feel like does a better job of writing video games? Give massive Mega Man vibes? Yeah, I can definitely see that. Why do I feel like I know that character? Linked, Banner of the Spark. Seems like something my daughter might play. You have lots of faith in your fellow man. Hey, what can I do? Johnny, okay, so you prefer Owlcat. Okay. CDPR. That's true, Owlcat are publishers as well. Oh, the writers of Disco Elysium, CDPR, and Owlcat. Planscape has some of the best writing in any RPG ever. Owlcat does it better. Yeah, Planescape and Disco Elysium are your bar, and everything else is that's not that is kind of inferior. You're never gonna like the writing of a video game. I mean, I've never played Planescape, but people said it's even better written than Disco Elysium, and I feel like Disco Elysium is like top of the top when it comes to video game writing. This is hilarious, by the way. A very hilarious retro feel. Joe and Mac, interesting. Ubisoft,
we're back.
Stop it.
And you can wishlist all of those games by heading to
BioWare was incredible for sure.
Steam page?
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way,
I don't think Larian runs the table on old BioWare. Come on now.
Behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save
I
humanity.
prefer Obsidian's writing more than Larian, but that's a scolding hot take. Obsidian has some very supermassive. What did they do again?
To do this, just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Horror. Okay, yeah.
Those things can change shape.
Hideo Kojima pre-MGS 5. Yeah, one day I'm definitely gonna check out Planescape.
Point that thing at me again.
You should really play Planescape Torment. Really one of the best isometric CRPGs ever. Yep. Unfortunately, I've got this list that I've got to comb through. But when I'm through with this list, Planescape is is next up. So I'm probably gonna start it like early next year. You like Disco Elysium? You love Planescape?
We need urgent assistance.
Plan to check it out.
Please.
Directive 8020. Just not in,
but what
really
if that
into
went
horror.
differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, creative director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game.
Is that real?
Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices.
That lets you
As with all
choose
our
some
games,
things.
Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made. With Turning Points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live by your decisions,
And I
there's also
love
a
that
survival
actress.
mode
She does
setting that
incredible
prevents you
work.
from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning Points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Okay. Wow. That's actually kind of cool. A horror story David Gator game, basically.
Directive
I've never
8020
played
introduces
Detroit
the
Become
ability to
Human, but
rewind and change
that's
your
another
choices
one that's on my
to the
list for sure.
consequences of
But
each
I'm going to play
branch of
Planescape
It's
first.
coming to PC,
then we'll get to
PlayStation,
Detroit,
and Xbox in
Become
2025.
Human.
And if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary,
Nobody
but
Wants
for
to Die was
entirely
pretty
different
good
reasons.
for a story.
Cairn is a death-defying
Interesting.
climbing simulator with a meticulous control scheme. Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered.
Yeah, I'm definitely
You can
not
climb
playing this.
almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic.
I'm
You'll need
definitely
to
a
carefully
scared of
manage your
heights type of
balance
guy.
and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt.
Road
For
Trader
the
is most
first
certainly
time,
not horror.
we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there,
I don't think there's a single
you face
time
ice
when I play
walls
Road Trader
that
when I'm
require you to
afraid
use
of
ice
anything.
axes and spikes. But don't
In
think
order
you
for a
can
game
just
to
jam
be
your tools
horror,
into the ice.
you will have to have the
Ice
sense that
climbing
the
is
creatures you're
precise.
facing could actually kill you.
You'll need to
There's
aim
never
for
a
cracks
time
and
where I played
edges
Road
to get
Trader
a
where I
solid
felt
grip.
like the creatures I was facing
Cairn's
actually
realistic
stood a
climbing
chance.
system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using
I
an ice
wonder if
tool.
mountain climbers would really be interested in
It's
this.
up to
I
you
wonder
to
if
read the rock
if
face
you actually
and choose
climb
the most
mountains
strategic route.
before, if this will bring back
Cairn
great
is coming
memories
up on
for you,
PlayStation 5
and
and
so
Steam later
it would
this year.
actually be worth it.
You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Earlier, it is vicious for sure.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later
You
this
sure
year.
it's an awesome
And
story?
you can
Yep,
also
that's
check
what I
out a
heard.
free
Detroit
demo on
Become
both
Human is
platforms after the
amazing.
show.
That's definitely what I heard. What's up,
We're mixing
Core
things
Club?
up
How are
with
you,
a double
dude?
bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Quali? Korea is devastated. No life remains. It arrived. Flesh remade and reborn. Those pants are awfully tight for the type of work she's doing. and it's got the unnecessary strip. That outfit is uncalled for. Yeah. Cheeks are clearly fully visible. That outfit is completely uncalled for. Parasite? I doubt it. Seriously, you got down below shots while she's coming down ladders? Hilarious. Ground Zero. This is definitely gonna have some fans. Definitely gonna have some fans. Those pants are against company policy. Bikini armor is back. Create and customize your own captain. Earther, Martian, or Belter. Really? So I wonder if I could be a Martian who uses the whole physical punch power armor suit that they have in the show. Another well-marketed game. But mountain climbing is the most stupid thing anyone can do, and I have no sympathy for people who get hurt or worse while doing it. Why do you feel like it's so stupid, Asimar? Because my thing always is, if you feel like something like that is stupid because it's dangerous, you also feel like NASCAR racing is stupid. You also feel like skydiving is stupid. Like, I feel like everybody has a thing. Everybody has something that they love to do that they know is dangerous, that they really shouldn't be doing, but they love it, so they do it anyway. And if you have that and you know that, then don't judge other people for what they got going on.
PlayStation and Xbox.
Now, me personally, I don't do none of that shit. So I feel very comfortable saying that things people do is stupid. I don't skydive. I don't do skiing. I don't jump. I don't mountain climb. I don't do none of that. So for me, it's different. A PS2 game.
How can you distinguish between what is real?
You can like things without hating other people's things. Exactly.
Do you trust what you see? What you hear?
Who was your favorite, the Expanse character? Who was the bruiser guy who was always called upon to beat people up or kill people if necessary? He was hilarious. I love that guy.
Like a trick.
Drink soda every day, I accept the risk. A belter is someone who's from the belt. It means you're on the bottom rung on the ladder. Well, it depends on what period of the show they're bringing it out.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it?
But basically, you have to work on what, the asteroid belt, I believe, and you're mining up resources that Earth and Mars take. I want to be a Martian if I can. We'll see.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
World premiere time again. This next reveal arrives.
Amos was my boy. He was my favorite one. I'm probably going to call my character Amos. I'm going to be Amos Jr. when I play.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be a part of Future Game Show 2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to
new characters, Jake.
As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams.
Luto means grief in Portuguese. Thank you, Cube. I didn't know that.
Of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking
Octavius, drummer's friend. That's a good call out too.
If you are at Summer Game Fest,
he was awesome.
I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you.
His audio might be dubbed. Reach? N-Dreams. YouTube is experiencing technical streaming issues. We have alternative feeds on Twitch and FGS YouTube if the issue persists. What?
Ludo
But
is
I'm
coming
on
to
FGS
PC,
YouTube.
PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere
I
time
don't
again.
want to watch it on
Next
Twitch
reveal
because
arrives
then
with
a
an
bunch of
introduction
ads are
from
going
a
to come up.
Very special someone.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited
Well,
to
that's
be
a
a part
problem.
of Future Game Show
Good Lord.
2025. There are so
Drummer
many
was a
amazing
badass.
games
Season 5 is
coming
probably
out,
my favorite.
and
She was
I'm
awesome.
very happy that
What's the
I
chat
have a
saying?
bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work
I mean,
of
switching over to
Expanse.
IGN is not. If
Synapse
it's a problem
is
on
my
YouTube,
favorite
then
video
switching
game
over to a
of
different
all time,
YouTube channel is not going to
and
do
I'm
anything.
honored to present this
And
new
I also
groundbreaking
call
title
bull on
from
that.
the
I
team.
seriously, it just so happens to be a
If you are
YouTube problem.
at
Here, hold
Summer
on.
Game Fest,
Let me
I shall
look
see
up and
you
see if there's
on the
any
show floor
notification
at the
about like an
entrance
outage
booth.
with YouTube right now.
So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Yeah, I'm seeing nada. Ain't nothing about YouTube being down or having issues. There was something yesterday about that apparently, but not today. Stop it, man. Stop making excuses for what y'all got going on. I don't like Twitch. 40 ads or 5 ads the last 5 minutes each. Exactly. Yeah, no, I don't want to switch to Twitch. I like streaming on Twitch, and I appreciate my Twitch community. All right, shout out to y'all. But I don't like. That was actually kind of sick. Wow. I don't know.
What a mystery.
We might have to go watch
of
Cole.
the duck detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving
All right, y'all.
Freddy the Crocodile.
We're going to Cold
Work
Stream.
together to
It just
unravel
is what it
truth
is.
and nibble on the
I really
crumbs
want to
of
know what the
justice.
last. I wonder
Right
if
now,
you
we're
know what
working on a
here.
simplified
I
Chinese
wonder if
language update
Cole
that is coming out
is
later this year.
watching.
We're very excited for you to play.
Is watching
game
the
is out
show.
on
What is
Steam,
Cole doing
Nintendo
right now?
Switch, Xbox One and Series XS and PlayStation
What's he
5.
doing?
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest
Is
of the
he
show.
watching the show? The future game show with something special right after.
Detective.
So is he watching the future game show? Yes, he
Duck
is.
Detective,
You know
the
what?
ghost
We're just
of
gonna watch the
Glamping.
future
Oh,
game
got
show
it.
on his channel, and then we won't miss anything when he switches over to doing the interview. Cause good lord. Stream is an hour and a half, so the stream should end in 8 minutes, and then we'll get into Cole's interview. Yeah, Johnny, I was like, all these different weapons switching and in the air and all that. I was like, this looks actually kind of cool. It's still not my usual type of game, but I might go ahead and give it a try. And then it flipped back over, and I'm like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. I'm reading the entire Steam page for the Expanse, and I can swear the scripture could work for a new Mass Effect. Are you kidding me? Come on, let's go! Let's go! I didn't think they would go there. I figured they tried to do something completely different. Dude, I have more faith in an Owlcat Mass Effect than I do in BioWare making Mass Effect, to be completely frank with you.
There's a free demo available
Let's
on
go!
Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new
My
trailer
birthday's
for
in
Agatha
October,
Christie's
Billy.
Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Someone is getting fired for screwing up the YouTube stream? Probably.
Can't be.
It's certainly going to be addressed. You use music to control the characters?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Where'd this come from?
Monsieur Poirot.
You should ask Cole if he is having all the stream issues too. I'm pretty sure I saw some of the chat saying.
And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meeting?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I remember Poirot from like the old PBS show.
Seeing issues with the stream here as well.
But we must stay calm if we want to find the couple.
Is this supposed to be a mystery thing? I do love mystery games.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly.
I've just finished my latest case.
Okay, let's see what I can
don't know what he's using to watch it as well.
Lying to me.
I don't know. They're not responding. They're all engrossed in the trailers.
A dangerous one.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you.
Disco never die. I assume
there's still time to stop them
his
before they strike again.
interview is supposed to start in like 5 minutes.
At least is here.
Right?
Every question must
but
have
I also
answer.
don't know if the whole back and forth. Death on the Nile, wasn't that
That's wild.
a movie?
Agatha
How
Christie,
does
Death on the
something like
Nile
that
is
get
coming
made?
to PC
That's
and
crazy.
consoles.
Excellent question.
I mean that in like just
But you can wishlist it now.
In a
on
good
Steam.
way.
such a wild premise.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next
Interesting.
trailer too much, but let's just say you.
It's a famous book detective. Yeah, but that was just a movie made of his book, right? I swear there was.
It's like We Happy Few a little bit.
You think he's just watching the Twitch stream? You might be right. You might be right. But I need to watch it on here anyway, because I don't know if he's going to just start his interview at 4:30.
House flipper. Wow.
Or if the stream is going to go past 4:30 because it's been flipping back and forth. I don't know what they're going to do.
House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles.
That's hilarious. Matt.
Not before we show you our
If you guys ever want to make
Here we go. Okay, so we're almost at the end.
The Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the old.
Again?
So.
Didn't we just have a conversation about Mafia Old Country in yesterday's show?
I have a feeling I'd either say something racist or insult someone.
No, it's just funny to say.
Is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for
Matt
what might
flexing
be
his
to come in
voice
the
actor
future,
skills.
going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organized crime first really came from.
In Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't
There's
know
a good
family, he doesn't
GameCube
really know
Scooby-Doo
love.
game.
He escapes, he falls in with the Teresi crime family, and then this game really, this
I
story
do definitely
shows
plan
his
to play
rise
this.
through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematic.
They're just trying to
single aspect.
take over the market.
A significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia's always been about pushing the technology.
Cole plans to play this.
Do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an
Mafia's going to be Mafia games. Most of the Mafia games have been linear. It's just the third one that was more open world. The first two were very linear experiences.
Performances that's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic
I'm not crazy impressed, but that's for petty reasons. I associate playing Mafia games with having a Tommy gun in my hand and going ballistic. And I feel like this game is too old to allow you to have a Tommy gun.
Come forward.
What's up, Cardo? Grandma and Grandpa Catalano. Nice.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
2 was your favorite? I'd probably say the same. Why is it looking that way all of a sudden? What is that? There we go.
It's a way of life. A brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds.
What is
and the
that
assertions
I'm seeing?
of those who stand after your side.
This life is one of secrecy.
Thanks, Walt Disney.
This is Fight Club, right?
If you make a friend, meet.
No, this is the new Assassin's Creed. Okay.
They must not know about our thing.
Code needs ad block.
It is binding. It is not forgiving.
There we go.
To betray one
That's Twitch.
is to betray all. Do you wish to commit
He's joining the Dark Brotherhood.
to this family?
Yes. I do.
Then,
Close your eyes.
before the eyes of all here present, join me.
So is this supposed to be the last trailer? I think they said it had one more, right?
Ow.
I eat gabagool with that lid.
It's just a little nick. He's fine.
To become a man of honor.
This trailer is longer than the Kojima cutscene. Stop it.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
I ain't joining any group that cuts my face up. I don't think they give you a choice. All right, if they select you, you better go ahead and pucker up. Mafia. Why are they speaking English? Now that's a great question.
That looks really good.
Take a trip to Sicily. Mafia, the old country.
That looks really,
Falling
really
asleep.
good.
Come on now.
I mean, I
It's
got all
a
of us
damn
to shut
Mafia
up
game.
for a
There's
second.
got to be a scene where you actually join the Mafia,
You
all
haven't seen
right?
it all over
They're going to
social
have some
media.
bang bang
This is
shoot
a
'em up later.
time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across
What is this?
3 distinct timelines.
Across 3 timelines?
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark.
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this trained car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
This could be interesting.
Who the hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's
I'll be
coming
on the
to
lookout
both
for this. This
PC
looks
and
interesting.
consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam and go look at your family
It is
album.
really
Maybe your
exciting. They've been
grandpa
showing
was
clips on
badass
Twitter for a
like
few
mine.
months.
You never know.
Huh.
It seems like I would want to play the Aztec guy the whole time because he's the only one with fucking
Thank
magic.
you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming
Is
soon
that
to
that
PC
final
and
trailer?
consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right. What have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Kreisel, Feeder of Idols. This is a first.
I thought they said they were about to show the last trailer.
BioShock and Resident Evil.
Oh.
You fight
I'm sorry, what?
statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm gonna pre-order it right now.
Almighty Son.
Have we heard of this game?
My
Blumhouse.
I have not.
Okay.
It's Blumhouse, though.
In this hour of darkness.
Vanilla.
Of the abyss.
Ooh, dude.
Bio-evil.
Let your sacred light.
Is this just Italy?
This definitely has some BioShock vibes to
Yes,
it.
my Italian viewers are saying yes. This is exactly what it looks like.
That's Julian right there.
I am to fall.
Yeah, Blumhouse is getting into games.
Dude, this looks awesome.
To ash.
I am totally here for this.
So my soul may ascend to you.
That's cool how
sick.
they load. That's funny.
That's sick.
The FOV is nauseating.
Wow.
Consumed in your flames.
Oh, they're
For all
singing in
eternity.
Spanish.
Now.
Some of these studios I've never heard anything before.
Oh, yeah, man. That's
Crystal.
fantastic. Awesome. Huh.
That looks wicked.
weird
I'm not
and
going to play it,
wild
but
and-
it does look
Holy, that
wicked.
was good.
You're telling me.
All right.
Kreesol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year. And your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but
There
I think
we
we've
go.
arrived at the final trailer. Okay?
Finally.
Well,
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know.
Y'all were great as always. What is the last game?
Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Is this going to be better than Owlcat?
Oh, theater kids.
Put a 1 if it's going to be a better than Owlcat. Put a 2 if Owlcat was the best trailer and they've kicked it off. Well, what was already the best going to see with this show?
To these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother.
Is this a Critical Role game?
So come, step forward.
I doubt it.
Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans.
What is this?
In the garden today.
This is weird.
Take heart, faithful ones.
Oh, agree.
The garden must still be tended.
What is that?
And tonight, you will be sown!
I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's voiced by Matt Mercer?
That's
that
the last
was
trailer.
That was a goofy trailer to end the show on.
I've got something to show you. Ah.
That was a very
didn't expect
goofy.
that, did you?
What? What a down note. It's wild that they kicked it off with Owlcat. Owlcat was so clearly better than anything else during the show.
Maybe show the terrors. Revealed during the next future game show in August. So
that was beyond whack.
However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's summer showcase.
That was beyond whack.
FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this.
Saved this damn show.
Developer deep dives and
Owlcat saved the show. All right, for those who don't already know, we're watching Cocard is because he's about to interview Owlcat for the Expanse, and I want to see that.
Thank you, FTS crew, for sponsoring the watch along. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. You can find more information in the FTS command. We can find all the games you saw today if you want to wishlist them all. That's in the FTS. Code.tv/FTS.
So
and thanks again to them.
Summer Showcase 2025.
We appreciate it.
So whack.
Guys, thanks for the fun. I gotta run, so I'll see you guys later.
Is that
Appreciate it. Have a good interview.
Thanks,
bye. And then left the room.
So, chat, we're gonna hang tight for just a second here.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Bo.
Okay.
Bo.
What are we gonna do now? We're gonna do something really fun. Give me just a second. Will this interview be on YouTube? Yes, it will. Okay, so
I should watch this on YouTube.
Go here real quick. Give me just 1 second. So before we begin,
is he online on YouTube?
Thank you again to the FTS
that would be
guys
very helpful
for sponsoring that last stream. So what we are going to
looks
do
like
now,
no, he's not alive on YouTube. Oh wait, no, he is.
Now, as you guys know, I have been following a certain company for a long time. I have been following a certain
loved
company for everything they put out, and they loved pretty much everything they put out, and they announced something really, really special today, and that is, Owlcat has announced the Expanse, and this game is
Phoenix. I can't wait either.
Amazing. It looks a little bit new.
Cole's about to interview the Owlcat devs.
Something they haven't done before. So what we're going to do today is we are going to talk to our friend Alexander Michelin, the creative director at Owlcat. Hello, Mr. Alexander. How are you?
Hello. Thank you. I am very excited about the announcement and all the great games we saw at the Future Game Show.
Oh, man. Well, I have to say, I found out about this very recently, and obviously had to sign many things because this really came out of nowhere. And to just tell a little story, when I was first asked about this, my contact at Owlcat, who I know is Starrock, he goes, I want you to take a couple guesses at what you think this IP is going to be. And I was like, oh, sure. So I tossed out a few guesses. And he just goes, you know what? You're never going to get it at this rate. You're just never. You're just like, this is so. How did this happen, Alexander? How did Owlcat end up?
My video was on point.
Actually, it's kind of similar to all our previous projects. We had a group of fans inside the studio that came out with an internal pitch for the game. And we loved it. We discussed the hell out of it, understood how we can make a great game, what will it mean for the studio, how to make it happen, and started working out on details. And after that, when we were pretty sure that we can make it happen, we are very excited about this. The people who proposed the pitch are very excited about the whole story. We approached Alcon with our idea, and they were excited as well. So we began working.
Oh, that is incredibly cool.
That's awesome.
So let's take care of some of the early questions about this game that I'm sure are on a lot of people's mind. We'll start with the overarching one. Let's say I'm an Owlcat fan, but I don't have a lot of experience, or maybe I've never even heard of the Expanse. Is this going to be a game for me?
Yes, of course. First of all, the story happens alongside the main events of the beginning of Expanse books or a show, and you get to experience those events and aftermath of those, see them for yourselves. For example, how Belters react to the destructions of Canterbury. And by such course of action, you are introduced to the story, to the political situations and its implications. And as story progresses, your character are drawn into spider web of political intrigue and power play, as every Expanse show should be.
Nice.
And one of your companions is quite an expert in this field, so you get to know what is happening, you get to understand the situation and stakes, what is at play. And of course, last but not least, we will be introducing some features allowing you to understand specific terms or events and to get acquainted with the Expanse universe. We do so in our previous games, so here there will be similar ones.
Awesome. Very
nice.
Cool. So on that note, when you guys kind of came together and decided that we're going to do this game, what made you guys go this entire new direction with it? I mean, you guys are really good now, especially with Rogue Trader, Kingmaker. Like, you guys are really good at making CRPGs. So why not an Expanse CRPG?
When we envisioned the game, we understood that this story we would like to tell from different, a little bit more cinematographic perspective, to put you in the spacesuit and allow you to experience the space itself, or to be up close and personal with the enemies. Expanse is all about people. It's more personal on deeper level, and in our opinion, genre
You're
is
showing with your
something that should help you tell the best story you can possibly tell. So we shifted a genre to a new one. It was not really an easy transition because we had to reestablish.
There we go. Somebody's on it.
We had to do a lot of prototyping. It was like a full year of prototyping. But after that, we were pretty sure that we understand how to make this game with our own storytelling and great Expanse atmosphere.
Very cool. Very cool.
So I agree, Patrick. I don't feel like he said anything that really explains why it's not a CRPG.
Pretty much kind of like each character using different abilities. We saw kind of a main character, looked kind of like some over-the-shoulder, third-person gameplay. What kind of characters are we looking at with this game? Is this going to be the kind of thing where we can play it however we want? Are we going to be picking a class? Are we going to be picking skills? Like, how are you guys approaching this?
So when you create a character, probably I should start a little bit from different side. This time around, we are focusing on play styles. We are aiming to provide our players with more freedom in a way to play the game. In our previous games, we are playing around either established gameplay mechanics like Pathfinder, or making an homage to the also quite established role-playing system in Warhammer universe. This time around, we want you to be at the front and center, to feel how the gameplay, and we want you to come up with combinations of weapons and abilities that feel right for you. So all the character creation is about helping you do that. When you're traveling through the Expanse, you will be finding new weapons or new gadgets that provide you with abilities. And as you find them, we hope you will be trying them out and find if they're right fit for you. For example, if this assault rifle, it's shooting faster but dealing less damage or less accurate, will it be feeling right for you? Or you probably want something with bigger punch but that shoots slower, and same goes for different abilities. You can pick up the ones that suit your playstyle, or you can even build a character based mostly on abilities, so you will be playing like a more ability-based game. And all character development is tied up to that, so as you progress, you will be picking up some mechanical parts, bits and pieces. I can't go in much details right now, but those mechanical, but those mechanical bits and pieces will tie up to your character and highlight your play styles. So it's still an Owlcat game. There will be some hidden synergies. There will be some things to build up on, but it all help you define your own play style in the game.
Very cool.
Interesting. I definitely agree that they
traditionally,
went this
Owlcat
route instead of
has
CRPG
been
because they want to appeal
really
to a
good
broader market.
At not only developing the narrative
to me,
and
that's the
story for
real
main
answer. That's
characters,
totally
but
fine.
Also, the periphery characters.
They're
and
still
a lot of
doing
the
Dark Heresy. They're
companions
still
that the
doing Road
character
Trader
plays with.
content. It's not like they've
How are you
abandoned
guys approaching
CRPGs.
companions this time around? Is this going to be like a full equip, full loot, they have everything kind of thing, or more kind of like skill pods, like God of War? How are you guys going about it?
Companions are always a front and center of all our games, but for Expanse, they are our biggest pillars.
Awesome.
We are trying to put them at even bigger spotlight.
Owlcat is out of
are
Russia
going on
or
a mission with
Ukraine.
the
I can't remember
companions,
which
but
one.
the rest of the team is not left behind. They help you fulfill missions, objectives in very many ways. They could be helping from the ship, and yes, you have your own ship. Or they will be
The Expanse show is
pursuing
fantastic.
some of the mission objectives alongside with you, or helping you go through the mission in a particular way. Or probably they form up a second team and go through another route through the mission, and sometimes you will be meeting up to fight a common enemy and then go on different directions. And all this time they're communicating with you, they're providing help with their knowledge, with their skills, and sometimes requiring help from you. So they are always with you.
Take care, Rach.
Very much a huge team effort. And of course, in more peaceful times, you will be meeting them all around the ship, seeing their daily lives, and of course, talking to them. And of course, there will be romance.
So
yeah, I think
you
there is
just
somewhat of a
said
language
something
barrier.
that made me
I think
immediately have
Starrick
two
needed to be in this
questions,
interview.
and
I think
completely
Starrick's
understand
presence
the
here
answer
would
to
have
those
made
questions
it better.
We can't talk about it right now, or just stop asking these types of questions. Okay, first of all, you get a ship. So do you get to customize your ship?
Excellent question.
Can't go in too much details about that, but there will be some customization and some interactions.
Okay.
Do we fight in the ship?
It's not. It's yes, but it will be not a mini game or full-fledged mechanic like a spaceship battles in Rock Trader. It mostly cinematic, but you can expect some surprises in there.
Awesome. Very, very cool.
Okay.
So one of the other things that we noticed in this is it seems that there are
I'm expecting Mass Effect
like we saw him
Expanse
charge
myself.
the shield, we saw a drone come out, we saw some kind of stealth stuff, some face things. Now, when the player is picking this for his character, is he going to be able to kind of spec his companions to make his own team, or are they going to be going down kind of their own lines?
When you will be creating a character for your own character, you will be able to choose anything you want and combine those, say, specializations in any way you like. But for the characters that join you, they are already established characters in the world. So they come up with their previous knowledge, with their previous skills, and they join in the team because they're professionals in their field. So the way they perform
Did he say already established in the belt?
reflects their ability and professionalism. For example, Zafar, who is an engineer that was shown in the trailer, yes, he relies on his engineering aptitude and his signature ability is a turret that provides deadly support in important tactical positions. But the drone you've seen in the trailer, that's just one of the options that is available.
Correct, Benjamin.
So
2 upcoming
you will
games
be
from
able
Owlcat.
to choose the different options as well. Not only different drones, because there will be some different drones, but also some other abilities that suit Zafar. It's not the whole spectrum of abilities of all characters, but also suit your playstyle.
Excellent, excellent. By the way, shout out and thanks to the Owlcat community manager who has been in chat frantically answering questions from people. So
What?
just to cover some quick data points.
you
that people are
mentioned
wondering.
Stark and
This
all of a
is
sudden he appears.
Single-player adventure. It is a third-person action RPG There is no PvP multiplayer. It is a single-player story with companions. You can currently find more information at the bottom there, Osiris Reborn.owlcat.com.
All right.
And so people have been asking about a Kickstarter. It looks like you can pre-order the game already, so I'm guessing you guys aren't going to be kickstarting this one?
Kickstarter the game, but as with our previous games, you are able to pre-order it right now.
Why do you having more companions than what you can take with you?
With the benefit of being able to play better version, and we are really enjoying such approach because it gives us a lot of feedback and from our dedicated fans and players. So,
excellent. One thing we haven't talked about too much, we've kind of touched on a little bit, and I feel like the end of the trailer, for those of us who have seen Expanse, kind of give us a really good anchor point as to where it is in the universe. But could you expand a little bit on when this takes place and kind of what's going on in the world at this time?
Yes, of course. It starts at the beginning of the first book or the first season of the show.
Yeah, Stark is an amazing community manager for sure.
Through the timeline up until the end of the second book or end of the first half of the third season of the show. And the story you're experiencing, it's completely your own story. But of course, you're traveling through the slower systems that are experiencing all the events that's happening in the books or in the show. So you will be seeing the consequences of, say, Holden's decisions and probably dealing with it. And of course, you will be visiting some locations, both new or familiar, like Ganymede, Ceres, or Mars. And you will be meeting familiar characters as well. And speaking about those characters from the show, we can confirm that some of the actors from the show will reprise their iconic roles in our game.
Very cool. So I think for me personally, like all of my major questions have been answered. I am now officially completely hyped for this game. It is a third-person action RPG from one of my favorite companies. It seems incredibly deep, lots of customization, big on companions, and an IP that I love. So I'm good. However, chat has some great questions that I'd love to go down. And here's an actual excellent first one. Pathfinder and Owlcat in general has been really good about offering lots of different difficulty settings. Are you guys going to be carrying that into this game as well? Are you going to be a story mode, for instance?
Yeah, they're bringing back some of the original actors. That's crazy.
There certainly will be some.
Drummers got to be in there.
I couldn't go down into details yet because it's still part of the development. But it kind of our approach as a studio to make game to allow you to play the game the way you want it, and providing different difficulty settings for our players is part of this idea.
Very cool. Just out of curiosity, is this, and now we know that you guys can handle this all yourself, as we have seen multiple
with RPG mechanics.
Products. But does the author of the Expanse have any input on this product? Some people in chat were wondering.
I can't say anything.
No problem. Now. Now, a very important question: can you romance your companions?
Yes, they will be romance.
Excellent. Okay, great. I see the question here: are actors reprising their roles? Yep, we already did that. Is there a release date plan for Dark Heresy and Expanse? We're going to go away from. They just announced it. We'll not do the release date stuff yet. Here's a great one. How many companions can you have in a squad? And if you can divulge this, is there a large amount more companions, or are you going to be bringing everyone with you that you can, kind of thing?
You will be going into the missions with 2 companions by your side. I cannot say how many companions altogether will be present in the game, but it's more than 2, so you will be able to choose from. I can talk a little bit more about one of the companions because it's very particular. When you're starting the game, you are not building just your own character, because this time around you're playing alongside with your twin. And when you're creating a character, you're creating not only yourself, but also your twin. And you can think about this character as your first companion that will be joining you. And because it's a separate character, you're not going to choose their skills or abilities because they came from, they grown up alongside with you, but they have their own personality. And it will be part of the story, and you will be starting together. So yeah, it's another companion.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's interesting.
Here's an interesting question that seems like a small thing, but it can have a very big impact on the main loop and more importantly, what you're doing while you're playing the game. Can your companions die?
Yeah, similar to Andromeda.
I can't say anything about that.
I don't blame you not wanting to miss out on the interactions. That's one of the things I really enjoyed about Expedition 33, that you didn't miss out on any interactions.
So here's another one. And this is an interesting one because we've seen a lot of devs go different directions with this. When you are dealing with your companions, do they have autonomous feelings towards you? Can you make them angry? Will they leave potentially? Is it? And if you can't talk about this,
thanks for the $5, Steve. It's hoping for some other IP. I find the Expanse universe just okay. I hope Owlcat pulls it off. What do you dislike about the Expanse universe?
I want companions to be entities with their own minds, their own characters, their own goals, their own stories, and Expanse is no different from that. So yes, they can express their own feelings and they have their own goals. Of course, they're somewhat aligned with what you are doing. Otherwise, they will not be joining you on this mission, especially in such a grounded and realistic world as an Expanse. But there will be a whole range of emotions when you are talking to them, when you're making certain decisions, when you go through their stories. It's kind of part of how we tell our stories and to make our characters.
Very cool. Very cool. This is a really interesting question, and this is kind of a question more for you. Because you've been with Owlcat for a good while now, right? Yeah. So here's something that I'd love to ask you. How has it been going from a team that, Kingmaker came out, had some serious problems. I mean, I vividly remember you guys were like patching each night while I was doing it. Like, it was amazing. But you guys pulled it off. It ended up being great.
Hey, Tony.
Wrath of the Righteous even better. Rogue Trader even better. And now you're at a point where you are publishing games. You have a really good-looking third-person RPG in development,
I'm in the middle of work
and
right
you're
now,
developing a
but I'll go ahead and open
CRPG.
up the car, and you can,
What's it been like going from kind of the scrappy startup to all of a sudden you guys are like kind of becoming pretty serious?
Yep, appreciate it, man.
It's a hell of a journey. It's very encouraging because we still have that scrappy startup feeling inside us because we are burning with passion about how to make games, how to tell interesting stories. But nevertheless, we are building up the processes that allow us to make bigger games or to make games with less amount of bugs on release, focusing on polishing on the less interesting but more necessary parts of the game development. And when we are bringing people, new people to the team, we are always looking for the passion to make games, to tell a story, and to be responsible for the part of the game you are making. It's how the studio is built. So growing up wasn't really very difficult because it comprises of all the people who just want to make the best game ever. And I can't talk about the business side of things, but it's also taken care of, and we are making the games we would like to make.
Ah, man, great answer. I love the passion there. Love the passion. Going back to the game a little bit, chat had a really good question. Is this the kind of game where I am going to be able to be distinctly like good or evil? Or is it the kind of thing where, you know, it's more of just me as my character?
Of course, there will be a lot of role-playing options, but
I played the first episode of it.
This time around, you can expect it to be a little more curated than in our previous games, to allow us to better fit overall storytelling of this universe. So answer is there are still plenty of options starting from being really good Samaritan up to being very practical, pragmatical, and gritty, but not as a huge spectrum as in some of our previous games.
So probably like Mass Effect, you can be good aligned or an asshole, but you can't be flat out evil.
Where you want players to hit the story beats kind of quickly and efficiently, or is this going to be more semi-open world or just open?
Okay. It's semi-open world is a little bit vague term because it covers a lot of different games. Yeah. So I would say it's semi-open world, and I will be feeling pretty safe about it.
Cool.
But I can tell that you will be experiencing the game kind of in the same way as our previous ones. There are a huge major beats that leads to huge undertakings, missions, or everything. But at the same time, there are a lot of places to visit, and there are side stories, there are companion stories.
Tap the feet together and they went on the floor. That's awesome.
For example, a series which is more like a hub with a lot of interactive elements, characters to discuss and talk to, and probably see what's going on in there. And you're choosing in which direction you want to go. Eventually, you will be going through the story mission, but after that, you will be seeing a lot of options to continue. So let's say semi-open world.
Awesome. I love
it. Everything doesn't need to be open world. I agree.
So as we kind of get towards the end here, another kind of more blanket question, and I'm not going to ask how long is the game, because we have no idea. So here's what I'm going to ask you: conceptually, are you guys shooting for a more Expedition 33, 50-ish hour experience, or a more traditional Owlcat 100+ hour mega extravaganza?
You can expect, because it's a different genre and a different story, you can expect the game be a little bit shorter. So from the options that you said, it probably closer to the Expedition 33. But
that makes sense.
I would want to highlight that there are still a lot of options. There are still a lot of choices and consequences. It's in no way a linear adventure or experience. We still would like to tell the story in our Owlcat way, where you're choosing where to go, what decisions to make, and see consequences of that decision, be it good consequences or bad consequences or weird consequences. And you're working with that, and
everything doesn't need to be 100+ hours.
Making a story of your own in this universe.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Alex, Alexander, I could talk to you for another 2 hours about this, I'm sure. But we're getting close to the end of our time here. Before we go, I wanted to ask you, is there anything you would like to say as one of the first voices of the Expanse from Owlcat? Is there anything you'd like to tell the community, or is there anything you'd like to highlight that we may have not gone over?
A lot of things. So I would probably highlight that there will be a lot of political intrigues, machinations, and stuff that you expect from the Expanse universe when you immerse into it. Expanse is all about humans being humans despite settling the whole solar system, and we want to emphasize that and allow you to experience that for yourself, seeing best and worst cases of humanity in action. And speaking about the Expanse, we saw it in Protomolecule in the trailer, and that means that Protogen is nearby, and I can say that Protogen will be part of your part of adversaries you will be dealing with, and that brings a whole set of their projects that
all kind of the people who own the Expanse,
especially one that is very familiar from the second book and second season, Project Caliban. At certain point in the game, you will be facing a human protomolecule hybrid, and that will be a highlight. Another thing that I wanted to highlight, that another big focus of our game is space. Space that is very dangerous and unwelcoming, and we want to convey these feelings to our players. So you will be able to get into your spacesuit, feel the magnetic boots click when you move across the hull of the, say, spaceship or space station in zero-G environment. And sometimes you will be even have a shootout in zero-G environments with all the trappings, with all the things that
What do you feel is a spoiler, Patrick?
In the space, and where you can go on, and not only on the floor, but also on the sides. And as in the trailer, you should be looking up as well.
Was that a Gamers Never Look Up reference, by the way? Oh, man. I got Alexander, thank you so much for being here.
It would
Guys,
be dope if you could be a human proto-molecule hybrid in an evil playthrough. That would be interesting.
Been there for a good while. If you would like more information on their new
I'm sure there will be
single-player, semi-open world RPG, you can find it at reddit.com/r/theexpanserpg. You can also find it on Twitter at the Expanse RPG. And of course, if you want their main website, you can see it all right down there in the bottom right, Osiris Reborn.owlcat.games. If there is one company that I think could pay this, thank you, Ben Starr, it is Owlcat. So, Alexander, I think I speak for all of us when I just say how much we appreciate your passion.
For sure.
Looks amazing.
It does.
I'm sorry, just one second. We gotta let Ben finish.
Every clap. There it is. The joy of applause.
Okay, thanks, Ben Starr.
But anyway, he did confirm
this has
that
been
there
great.
will be
Alexander,
romance
thank you so
in
much
the
for your time.
game.
Please give our best to the team. We cannot wait to hear more about
So let's go to the website.
Thank you all for
Osiris
watching.
Reborn.owlcat.games. Let's look at it. Boop, 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 boop. The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong. That's the trailer. Become a founder. So there's a deluxe pack standard. Also, the standard edition of the game is $50. That's nice. So you get the main copy, digital goods, early adopter item, and a Discord role. Or you can have the deluxe pack, main, digital game, digital goods that you would get in the standard pack. Millers? Opa heavy armor, nice. Spec Ops assault rifle, and that's $60. That's still very Very economical. Or you get the $80 pack, exclusive beta access. Nice. Some digital goods, Hall of Fame. I wonder what that is. Miller's Opa armor and Miller's casual outfit. You get the hat. And you get his revolver. Bruh. That's pretty freaking awesome. Laren is making a sci-fi game as well. That is the rumor, but it's not confirmed yet. Don't quote me, but I think Laren's game is definitely an original IP. Prices of games are becoming realistic again. No, they're not. Owlcat is just so happens to be selling this at a realistic price. And then there's the collector's edition, which is actually $300. Yikes! That's a crazy amount for collector's edition. That's definitely one of the most expensive collector's editions I've heard of. Some of it is cut off though, so the box looks crazy. The art book looks nice. Spaceship figurine looks pretty cool. I could definitely see myself getting this. This actually all looks pretty awesome. All right, let's see. Should it reminds me of the Rockinate? Yeah. Okay. Introduction. Let me zoom in on this a little bit so you all can see this a little bit better. The Expanse Osiris Reborn is a third-person sci-fi action RPG set in the universe of the Expanse, where the tenuous balance of power between Earth, Mars, and the Belt is on the brink of collapse, and trust is a scarce commodity. Absolutely. Now it's time to gather a crew and find your own path through the web of lies to leave your mark on the solar system. By the 24th century, humanity has conquered the cosmos, but that hasn't made life any easier. What begins as a brief sojourn on the asteroid Eros reluctantly entangles you in a solar system-wide conspiracy. You will need to adapt to survive and keep your motley crew united. So maybe your crew can end up falling apart in their mission as everything around you begins to fall apart. This is your story. The Expanse Osiris Reborn offers a truly personal journey that evolves based on the choices you make and the pressures they place on everything you stand for. You began as a pink water security mercenary taking some routine shore leave on the Eros station when your much needed rest is abruptly cut short as chaos erupts and an escalating emergency forces the that wasn't it. That was still it. Forces the what? I think it's cut off there. I have to let Owlcat know the introduction is cut off on their main site. Interesting. U.S. shipping with the tariffs as well makes it $379. It's probably more than $379, frankly. I always do and wait to see a full gameplay vid. I don't blame you, Shake. I don't blame you. He forgot to ask about mod support. I agree. It's probably too early to talk about mod support. It's never truly asked about. Yeah, what do you mean, Laz? Visualization. Hold on. Get this pack. I guarantee you there's because they're going to be shipping it from Russia. So I guarantee you the tariffs are going to increase the price of it. There's just no question about that. Check the Dark Heresy Collector's Edition. Same price. Really? Hold on here. The Dark Heresy Collector's Edition. Dark Heresy Warhammer 40K. See, I saw this one. Oh, you're right. It is $289. I didn't even realize that. I remember seeing the elements of this collector's edition, but I didn't remember seeing that price. This game man, it looks awesome. You pre-ordered Dark Heresy Collectors? Nice. So it was like 500 Canadian dollars for you? Yikes, that's crazy. What do you mean you didn't get your Wrath of the Righteous Collector's Edition, SMR? Maybe zoom out the rest of this. Oh, maybe if I zoom out here, let me see if that makes a difference. Nope. Even if you zoom all the way out to 100, seems like it's the same. So Yeah, it's cut off. I'll have to let them know about that. All right, characters. Your crew is more than just backup. They're the heart of your story. Each companion brings with them their own personal history and motives for joining the mission, though not all are easy to uncover. They're more than just specialists. Some are haunted by past mistakes. Others hold on dearly to loyalty, survival, or even something they've never been capable of fully putting into words. The ship becomes your shared home. It's not just a command center, but a place where the crew can bond and where trust is earned. A single shared silence might become the foundation for a much deeper connection. A single decision could overturn it all. The way you lead your crew and the choices you make under pressure will shape every relationship in ways you don't always see coming. Very nice. Very, very nice. By the way, the game is $60. You just have to pay $10 less if you pre-order it. Oh, okay, nice. Nice, that's awesome. I live in Brazil and the price is $79 for the collector's edition. Really? How's that work? 3 companions, just like Mass Effect, good for the gameplay style. Probably. I prefer when you can take more companions with you, but I agree for this shooter style, 3 it seems like it's always been the magic number. Owlcat headquarters is in Cyprus, not Russia, so maybe there's hope. Might be. We'll see. $30 isn't. Cheese would not making it seem like anything. He's just stating that it's $30 more. And for people who have to count every cent, $30 is $30. Like, it's not nothing. Any information about spaceship combat? He mentioned that it would not be the kind of combat where you control the ship yourself. It would be more like cinematic screens. Feels like old Mass Effect. Didn't know you could pre-order Dark Heresy already. I'll be on it after this. Yeah, Rob, it's available for sure. For sure. Like me, Gears of War style combat. Well, I think at this point it's more Mass Effect style combat, but yeah, I get your drift, Patrick. It got shipped at arrival. I was on assignment in Spain. Oh, that's rough. When I came back, they already shipped it back to Russia. Contacted support, said they reset it 4 months later. Still nothing. Damn, SMR. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I hope you get your hands on it soon. All right, combat. Combat in the Expanse Osiris Reborn is tactical and built around smart decision-making under pressure, where every move has the potential to shift the balance of a fight. Control your captain in third person and gain the upper hand by making use of a variety of weapons, tactics, cover, command, etc., and specialized abilities. The game features multiple roles, each offering a distinct approach that reflects your personal playstyle. 2 companions will fight alongside you, supporting whatever strategy you choose with complementary skills. Others will assist from a distance, hacking into systems, or drawing enemies' attention right where you need it most. Oh! So, looks like all of your companions participate when you're doing these firefights. That's kind of interesting. You will issue commands in real time and coordinate with your squad to stay one step ahead as the battlefield evolves. Survival depends on how quickly you can adapt and who you trust to stand with you when your back is on the wall. Very, very nice. Why you say it sounds like Avowed combat? I didn't get it. That's not the vibe I got. Will you be able to romance any companions no matter the gender of your player? I don't know if your gender matters, but you're definitely going to be able to romance companions. I wonder if there's a wizard class. We'll see. Yeah, no strategic pause. You just got to go for the gusto. Like a combat and Expanse TV show, I think it's not too hard to implement because ships are usually so far away. Oh, you're talking about the ship combat? Interesting. We'll see. We'll see. And then finally, exploration. The Expanse, Osiris Reborn, opens into a narrative-driven world where shifting power dynamics and personal choices will define your experience. You'll visit the marvel that is the gardens of Ganymede, the teeming slums of Ceres, whole bunker complexes veiled in the vastness of the asteroid belt, and the imperious political bastions of Mars and Luna. As you travel throughout the solar system, you will be ensnared in the sight. One of you asked, would it be would it revolve around the solar system? Looks like it will. You will be ensnared in a cyclone of power struggles and unresolved conflict. The system looks different from every planet, from every asteroid. Some are falling apart. Others just hide it better. Talk to the locals and use their skills to influence the outcomes. Sometimes by digging into secrets some may wish remained buried. You may even cross paths with those who have already made their indelible mark on this universe. What you learn and how you act upon it can open new paths and slowly and subtly change your place in the world around you. Very, very cool. Let's see, about the game. Does that say anything new? That's all that stuff. What is the FAQ? Whoa. All right, a whole bunch of other stuff there. Hopefully a melee class. Good question. I don't know if there's melee combat in this. That'll be interesting to see. Cover the whole solar system. Yep, Earth, Mars, and the belts. Looks like it. Yo, what's going on, Ravi? Yeah, it's my pleasure, man. Glad you're enjoying the stream, dude. It'll be neat with the varying gravity and stuff. Absolutely. When will I get my collector's edition? The collector's edition will be shipped out shortly after the game is released. Will I get one key for the beta and the release version? Or will they be separate keys? The beta test will take place on specific platforms, so the key for the early version will be separate from the release version of the game. Don't worry, if you want to choose a key for the release version on a specific platform or console, you'll be given a choice before the game's release, and you can pick the key you want. Can I downgrade my Founders Pack to a cheaper one? Unfortunately, that option is not available. Is the item's design final? The in-game item's design can be changed before release. We'll inform you about any changes. Do I need to create an account on the portal? Probably do. Can't decide which pack to order. How do you choose? You can compare the packs by clicking on the corresponding tags. Can I get a physical copy for the game? No physical copies won't be available. When will I receive access to gameplay? If you pre-ordered the Miller's Pack or the Collector's Edition, you'll be the first to try out the Expanse Osiris Reborn when the beta goes live. And of course, the release version will be available for everyone who pre-ordered the game as well. How do you get a refund? You can request one. When will I get the digital rewards? Hardly after the game release. Can I upgrade? Yeah, you can upgrade. What platforms will the Expanse Osiris Reborn be available on if I become a founder? The release version will be available for Windows PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Please note that last-gen consoles such as Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will not be supported. So they are absolutely going for the gusto. Great, great, great stuff. My body is ready. My brain will take some time. Absolutely. I hope companions aren't invincible and can be kicked out. We'll see. We'll see. But regardless, I am excited. I'm really, really excited about it. I think this is a great step for Owlcat. I think that trailer was amazing. Absolutely the highlight of the Future Game Showcase. And you all already know I'll continue to cover the game. I'll probably just drop a clip of my reaction to the trailer today, but then hopefully tomorrow I'll have the game going over a lot more of my thoughts. Definitely looking forward to hearing from all of you how you feel about it. Don't forget, I do plan to hopefully live stream tomorrow afternoon, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time is when the Xbox Showcase starts. And then directly after that will be the showcase or the direct for Outer Worlds 2. I plan to watch both of them. So I'll be on 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell to make sure you get the notifications. Should be a great time. Obsidian might announce another game because obviously they're working on a Avowed DLC. We got Outer Worlds 2 coming out, but that's coming out this year. So it's not clear what they have coming out next year or 2 years from now. So the Xbox Showcase might be where they give us something new. Maybe something Fallout New Vegas related. Maybe something Pillars of Eternity 3 related. I'm very, very hopeful. Definitely looking forward to anything they're involved in. And we might get some Fable news as well. So regardless, I'm excited for it. Definitely plan to do it. I hope all of you enjoyed the stream today. I had a great time seeing this for the first time with all of you. And I'll see you all in the next stream. Take care. Do you think this game has a chance of overtaking Wrath of the Righteous? For me personally, probably not, because I prefer CRPG so much, but I definitely plan to enjoy it. And I'm sure for many people, it will end up being better. Take care, Barker. Have a good one, Gammon. I don't know if Avowed is dead in the water. Last time they released the playlist for Game Pass, it seemed like it was either number 2 or number 3, competing with Oblivion and Expedition 33. But they definitely need more content. Tainted Grail patch messed up your controls. Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to look at the comments yet on my video this morning regarding Tainted Grail, but I'm definitely going to comb through it and see how the patch has been impacting people's playthroughs. Take care, Vince Spirit. Have a good one. Night, Jovi, Fearless, Finellis, DGH, Corcus. You all have a good night. Appreciate you all joining up on the stream. Yep, my pleasure, Rob. Glad you're able to join, dude. Take care. It's on Steam? Nice. Okay, I'll definitely have to check that out then.